In 2022, during a court appearance, Gunna was caught red-handed snitching on his gang after this footage went viral.
YSL is a music label and a gang.
Yes, ma'am.
Almost every rapper in the industry blacklisted him, but nobody dissed him harder than Young Thug, since the only thing Thug would never tolerate is police cooperation. Well, it looks like the tables have turned in 2025 because Thug has been exposed for being one of, if not the biggest snitch, after leaks calls exposed him for dissing and ratting on multiple people. So here's everyone Young Thug mentioned in his leaked gossip tapes. Starting off with Glorilla, who caught strays after Young Thug said she was facially challenged. While on a prison call with his girlfriend Mariah the Scientist, Thug decided to throw shots at her by calling her ugly for no apparent reason.
I saw the girl, Gorilla. Why don't people say she pretty? That be ugly as fuck. Bullshit ass wig, skinny shit. Goddamn, big ass head, big mouth. Man, watch out.
But in all fairness, I don't think you can qualify to call other people ugly when this is you. I mean, holy chopped, my nigga. You look like the type of shit I see in my nightmares. Thank God for dentistry, because what on earth is happening inside your mouth? But to give Thug the benefit of the doubt, he was talking to his girlfriend, so maybe he was just trying to convince her that he only had eyes for her and no other women. But either way, Glo was very offended, so she exposed Thug for secretly messaging her in the past. This wasn't a good look for Thug, so he quickly apologized to Glo for dissing on her looks. Glo wasn't the only rapper he was badmouthing though, as his former protege Lil Durk wasn't spared either. It turns out while he was in prison, he asked Durk for a feature for his album Business is Business. By this point, Gunna had already been exposed as a snitch, so when news came out that he was dropping his album, Thug wanted to drop on the exact same day so that he could stall Gunna's momentum. But this is not gonna be easy, so he thought a Lil Durk feature would at least help. But Durk didn't clear his verse in time, so Thug couldn't feature him on his album. Young Thug was not pleased with this, as leaked calls show that he felt betrayed by Lil Durk's actions.
Just really fucking with him, but I don't know, he acting a little different. I sent him a few songs, he just like, when it's time to clear the song, he don't clear the song, so the song didn't make the album. Like little shit like that.
It was clear that Young Thug was very bitter. That's why after these leaked audios came out, people started speculating that Durk might be in prison because of Young Thug. In his 2022 song Mad Max, Lil Durk rapped this.
I could have been part of that reap, I called Thug and told him every nigga.
Now, because of that statement, the streets have now started pointing fingers at Young Thug, claiming he snitched on Lil Durk since he knew everybody Durk had eliminated. Now, I will admit, at first I didn't believe any of these rumors until I realized Young Thug was freed 5 days after Lil Durk was arrested. I'll let you be the judge of that one. But Durk wasn't the only rapper who denied Young Thug a feature, because K-Dot did the exact same thing to Young Thug. So he quickly got on his jail phone to spill some more tea.
You nigga get too big, I don't want to do no feature. Why? Why you don't want to do no feature? Why wouldn't you want to do a feature for a superstar? You know, it's just like, I don't be understanding that type of shit. Supposed to be a nigga who bless a nigga, that's why them niggas will never be bigger than Drake, ever in life.
For many, this diss at Kendrick wasn't surprising because Young Thug has been a long-time supporter of Drake, since they have multiple tracks together. In fact, when Thug was asked to pick a side between the two, he made it clear that he was always going to be a Drake supporter.
Which I don't know if you had like a side in that. Atlanta kind of even got dragged in by Kendrick, which was interesting.
Yeah. I'm like a Drake fan.
The two were actually so close that Drake even gave him $1 million after his case. But as you know with Young Thug, you cannot buy his loyalty, because during those same calls, he dissed Drake and called him stupid, as he wanted Drake to talk to the president to get him a pardon.
I mean, get me out of jail. Drake, go talk to the president. Hey man, let my little brother out. Go pardon him, go do something. Go talk to the president, get me out, show me that. Don't call me tomorrow.
That wasn't fair, because Drake doesn't have the kind of motion to push for a pardon. And let's say even if he was able to talk to the president, I don't think he was gonna agree, since last I checked, Trump is the only president who hands out pardons to rappers. And he wasn't the president in 2024. But since Biden clearly wasn't gonna get him free, Young Thug chose to sing his way out of prison, starting when he told on Lil Wayne's bus shooting. In a 2-hour tape, Thug was questioned about a shooting that involved Lil Wayne. In 2015, Lil Wayne's tour bus was shot multiple times in Atlanta. Shots were fired from a white Chevy Camaro targeting 2 of Wayne's tour buses. According to the bus driver, around a dozen people were on the bus at the time of the shooting, with Jimmy Carlton Winfrey, also known as Pee Wee Roscoe, a reported associate of Young Thug, later being arrested and charged for the shooting. In 2020, Winfrey entered an alpha plea, maintaining his innocence while acknowledging the evidence, and he was released on time served after only 5 years in jail. His conviction was a key part of the YSL RICO case because he laid the foundation for everybody else to get snatched up. This is where Young Thug gets involved. During his interrogation, Thug name-dropped Pee Wee, admitting that he was part of the shooting. In fact, he further implicated him by telling the police that he used to deal dope for Lil Wayne, and if there was anybody who would commit a crime, he was the man they were looking for.
Honestly, I don't know who the fuck did it. They said Roscoe, but I don't wanna by saying Roscoe didn't do that. They knowing Roscoe? Man, fuck. But I don't fucking know, cause every day niggas grow a fucking ball. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Thug went over to Twitter to defend himself, saying that he would never snitch on Roscoe, but fellow snitch Tekashi 69 reminded Thug that he had the opportunity to remain silent, but he chose to sing instead.
Like, bro, it's so easy. They tell you have the right to remain silent. Anything used against you could be used in the court of law, whatever the fuck the case they say. You have the right to call an attorney right now. You spoke for 2 hours. 2 hours.
Now, love him or hate him, 6ix9ine had a point. That's why everyone started affirming that Young Thug was a snitch, with Quality Control CEO honoring Thug snitching by changing his profile picture to Thug chewing on some cheese. And now pundits like Rec 100 are entertaining the notion that this might just be the end for Young Thug.
You did exactly what 6ix9ine did, so I wonder, is Spotify gonna shut him down? Spotify gonna stop him from going on playlists? Right? Like they remember they killed 6ix9ine playlisting when he came out and said, you can buy this and you can do that and you can do that. Everybody else, I think his labels looking at him like, you said a bit much. You disrespected people that sit on that table at the higher ups. That politic gonna work against you. And I believe he done picked up a couple enemies that may want a war that he can't fight. You got a 30-year tail over your head, brother. You can't even begin to try to fight no wars today.
In trying times like these, the only hope Young Thug could possibly have now is his friends sticking by his side. But even those bridges were burned when he dissed all his remaining buddies, from dissing Travis Scott's Astroworld situation to even making fun of Future for being a deadbeat dad.
Doing that in there, ain't nobody getting nothing but goddamn Pluto. He definitely do it. She probably done killed some of his babies, for sure. She probably done aborted some of his babies, for sure. I know for sure she done had some abortion. Pluto got to like settle down and really just be with all the kids.
The disrespect didn't end with Future, as in an attempt to defend himself from being a snitch, he called out everybody on his label for doing the exact same thing.
Gunna wreck, Yak wreck, Slugger wreck, Woody wreck. Fuck that nigga Obama, he still mad by baby mama.
With no friends left, it doesn't look like Young Thug will ever make a comeback. And before you say, oh, but Gunna survived the snitch allegations, Thug can too. Let's not forget, Gunna didn't go on a rant pissing on his friends. Plus, Gunna has been making some good music, whereas with Young Thug, he's past his prime and all his hits are far behind him. So hopefully he can get a spot on Love and Hip Hop, because his career is certainly over. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out the one on your screen. But till we meet again, don't forget to subscribe.